Open to whatever this day may bring. Open to see it is all a blessing. Open to lay aside all expectations, all judgments, all doubts, all hesitations. Yes. Thank you. Happy Shivayatri Day, everybody. Namah Shivaya. Om. Namaste. Welcome everyone to Satsang today. And again, very big welcome to all of you who are joining us here in India via internet from different parts of the world. You're very much part of our Sangha today, very much part of our Sangha, and big welcome to you. Very good.
So I want to give an account as well as expose myself.
More a bit closer to the microphone?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
Good.
So when I met you first time in Thiru, in the silent retreat, you revealed to me all the traps I was got into, and also you reminded me that I got up from the hatching very quickly, prematurely.
You did what?
Hatching of the egg.
Yes.
Prematurely. So that was an important pointing to me. And after the silent retreat, I was in the Skandashram, just sitting idle. And there was a flash of insight that where I stand, that is what I'm going to experience. For example, if I stand as a body, I'll be experiencing the pain as myself. I will say that I am feeling the pain. And if I am standing on the position of the mind, and I see that I am judging as good and bad. So also there was a insight that I need not stand there. I can stand different from this perspective of body and the mind.
Yes.
And suddenly I realized that all the time I was looking from the earth onto the sun. And if any clouds pass by, I get very worried actually. Oh, why I am getting all this conditioning? Why I am like this? I should change. But after this insight, I felt that I am the sun itself. I don't have to really do anything.
Yeah.
I'm complete.
Yes.
Right? And suddenly all the doing dropped away, and accumulation of knowledge, because I used to read a lot to know, and suddenly after this pointing, I stopped accumulating any knowledge. And I think the deepening went very for about a few 8 to 9 months, where I was not even talking to the people outside except inside my home. But I see still there is a person don't want to give up the identity that was revealed to me. And there is a fear happened.
Say again. You feel that there is still the sense of a person who does not want to give up the identity,
correct.
The
Yes.
personal identity.
Right.
Okay.
And so I went to Tiruvannamalai and asked Maharshi that I really very tired of being a person. You have to replace me with you. And after I come back from the visit, almost a week and a half, I was going through this pain of being a person. And I said, I'm not going to escape this. This is a good opportunity Maharshi has given me. I'm going to drown into it. And many times I was crying very loud. The children were really scary, but I allowed all the feelings to come up to the surface. And the biting was so huge that I don't want to really become a person. And after that event, I think it's thinning out, want to be as a person. Now I'm completely saying yes, that I don't want to be a person anymore. It's too biting, and I'm really tired of being a person. This is what I want to say to you.
What makes you a person? What makes you a person?
By believing it. I think I'm believing into it by habit.
Believing. You yourself must have looked when you were asked of it. Please introduce your person. Can the person be found and recognized? Like, this is my person. And I know you have looked and you have not found any such thing as person. Still, the idea is persisting that, so I asked to identify each time at what point does the consciousness come to believe, now I am a person, and to watch it acutely. Can you hear me with the rain? Now, for instance, does the sound of the rain disturb you? The person probably would think, why is it raining now, just when I want to hear what he wants to speak? Now rain is speaking. And we are not waiting. Not waiting, being. You are in your being, not waiting. Waiting not good. If you are waiting, no, not waiting. We are here. Does the rain diminish, lessen your satsang? Now supposing you just washed your shawl and hang it out to dry, and you're in satsang, enjoying the rain, and suddenly the thought, my shawl, huh? And then you may go, isn't it? You can, you can just somehow stay here. It's already wet. Where was I? Where was I, Aziza? Where was I speaking? What point? Let's see if you're paying attention. Yeah? About rain. No, that's cheating. Come on. What makes you person? In Sahaja also recently, I asked the question, what makes you you? Meaning, the way that you carry yourself each day, how you are presenting yourself, who you think you are. And I asked the people, go and write it down. What makes you particularly you? And they all went off, and most of them write. And it was very interesting, very significant, very important, what people brought. And then I started to look through it and read it, and started to look at it, this one, and look through it like that. And at the end of it, then many people say, you know, yes, I see that I've been holding on to some ideas, they're not true. I believe they were true. I believe this is who I am. But now when we expose, it's not true. It's not what I am. You see? It was very, very significant thing. You can do the same, but don't give me there's too many people. We wouldn't know what's that. You can do this. And then maybe if I call you up, then maybe we can talk about it. You say that I don't want to be this person. I don't want anymore to be the person. And I ask you, what makes you a person? You said belief. I keep believing. You see? Then do you believe in your believing? You believe you're a person, something what belief also, this belief in the person, is there's something different which is not inside the bubble of belief even, it is apart. It observes somehow, this is the belief, intense belief is playing here. It watches even that. You see? But sometimes we are waiting for like the event of separating from the ego. We are expecting an event of non-identification. then I think, no, don't go so far. Just remember and be where you are. That's all. You see? Because if you're looking for the event of ego separation, then in a way we're still looking for some phenomenon. Like something is going to happen. Okay, now I am. No. So this is a trap. Don't do it. Just remember, see this thing, your understanding, your wisdom is revealing this is just my belief. It's a belief that has happened. Who am I who believe even? Who is the one who is believing all of these things? Then you must stop with these kind of questions. When I ask these type of questions, I want you to really embrace them and stay with them, because I don't have many questions to ask anybody. If you have 7, 8 questions, I say no. Choose the most risky one and bring your number 1 question. You should not be holding 2, 3 questions in your mind, and certainly don't present me with 2, 3 questions, because while I'm answering the first one, your mind is thinking about the second one, and you'll miss what I'm speaking. But if you find your central question, the question which is risky, the question which may create transformation in your seeing, ask me this question. Because I am also open to a living question. To a living question, you will have some living response. But if you ask me some philosophical question, I'm not so interested in that. I want to meet the people who have come to shed, to throw off the old skin. You see? And they don't want a new skin. Like this. And then I said, yes, welcome to Satsang. We're in Satsang. But to be philosophical and to be discussing and putting clever questions, there isn't time. I don't have time. Energetically, it does not call for a response from me. And then I'll get very tired. I just go to sleep. And I will sleep on the stage in front of you. I don't mind, actually. Huh? And then you really know that you are being boring. You see? So, and it has happened. No, I don't like it because I don't want to. Oh. But it has, it has happened. I thought, what is this? What kind of question is this? You send me to sleep. You could bottle it and sell it as Magadan. So you say belief. Then I say belief also is observed. No? This is very subtle. Only few people, excuse me, only few people can embrace this kind of question and stay with it. Because these type of questions that I'm asking, introspective, really searching questions. And these questions are blasting the noisy mind field. They're blasting them. You see, don't have many, just this one. So please give attention, and you can stop with them and see if you can bring the attention in. I am not so much asking questions about phenomenon, about what you see, what you have to report about. No, but about you, the one who is seeing. Because then we are really into the heart of real understanding and direct experience. You see? And now you have conquered the surface pretty much. Then just beneath the surface we go, looking still something is holding on to the sense of person, you see. Then I said, but now it depends on how you are moving now. Do you move to try and get rid of this person? And I say, be careful, because even your attempt to get rid of the person somehow empowers the sense of its reality. Do you see this or not? You start to think, oh, there's this person, I want to get rid of this person feeling, I want to get out of this person. And right there, you are creating one, more and more. But I say, no, stay in the place where even the sense of the person is then recognized as another cloud. It's just a cloud. People on the earth may complain about the clouds, but the sun does not even perceive clouds. No obstruction, doesn't see anything at all. See from your sun place. as awareness, awareness itself. Then, as awareness, what would be, what is the trouble? You see, nothing. Is it that the person is real, but you're being distracted from it by being awareness? I ask this question to everybody. Is it that the person is real, but when you try and be the awareness, you see, somehow the person gets hidden, but it's still real? No, it was never real. It is made to seem real by your interest and identity. It energizes it, makes it seem more real. But we have not understood that. We feel that we are dealing with real things, that this is real. Nothing has inherent reality about them. They depend upon your perceiving of them, and who you think you are will create what they will be for you. Has anybody understood this thing? If you say, you know, that's a very strong thought, I would say, that's not true. Because if it was truly a strong thought as a fact, then everyone would perceive it to be strong. And you may think it is strong, and another one say, but it's not, there's nothing at all. So it has no autonomous strength. It has no single meaning. In fact, it just is. It doesn't come with a meaning. You give the meaning to it. We are going to come to understand these things. We don't have to put too much emphasis on them, but some of you who understand what I'm speaking now, that whole area of the forest will get cleared. That whole area of the forest will get cleared of weeds, if you understand that. I don't want anymore to be the person. I don't want to be the person. So already there's a belief that I am a person. I don't want to be this person. So don't give so much energy to that. More, what perceives the person? Then come back to this place. Now look at the person from the position of the awareness itself and see if you have any interest in it. It immediately loses power, it loses its potency. Like sometimes when the sun is present, sometimes the moon is also present in the sky, but nobody notices it. Nobody noticed the sun, the moon, in the presence of the sun. It's there, but nobody's interested. In the same way, your sense of person will become very unimportant. It may still have a subtle shadow there, a feeling, but it's nothing to worry about. It's not worth your even talking about it. You simply ignore that. Because your talking about it gives it a sense of importance and then brings it back into the picture, you see? It's very important that you understand that. And not only understand it, but that you experience the truth of it. Because it is always immediate. When something is true, it can be proven immediately. You don't have to wait for later till your mind comes around so much. You see? But if your own mental functioning is a little bit stupefied, if it's a little bit heavy, then you're not perceiving in real time. And most people, we are late. Okay? We are late. We have not arrived at now yet. Thank you very much. We are still back somewhere there, 5 minutes, 10 minutes away, some last week even. You see them walking around, you know? Hello? Oh, hello, hello. They're not present. The mind is preoccupied with thoughts about some place else, something else, some other things. You're not caught up to now as yet. And I'm not talking about the now, the clock now. I mean, not just present, but presence. Presence is greater than present. Present means this instant of time. Presence, that which perceives even the instant of time. Presence is our dynamic existence. It is the deity of the waking state. Am I on my own? Have I gone too far to say like that? Then now on the head, give me a little head. Let me see you're still here. No? So, no. Okay, good. Okay. Oh, good.
What's up, Mooji? Hi.
Hello.
I wanted to ask you a question for a long time, but it changed in the past 3 days.
It changed. Okay.
To a much more risky question. I come from a very religious family. My grandpa's a rabbi, the very religious Jews, and I love and I'm grateful for what I learned.
Yes.
Yet, I'm gay, and I'm happy, literally the definition of gay. I'm very happy, and I'm very complete with who I am, and I love who I am. But they don't understand, and they're my family.
Yes.
And
they don't understand or they don't accept what you mean?
Both.
Both, okay.
I wish they could. They have expectations, and expectations leads to failure sometimes. And I'm true to myself, and I don't want that to disconnect me from my own blood.
You won't let that?
I won't let that disconnect me from my own blood.
Oh, okay.
Now, the question is that I have is, how do I do that? How do I find them to accept me for who I really am and love me?
You cannot make anybody accept you. You simply cannot. We have to get used to that. And also, in a broader way, I can say there's never been a single being at any time zone and any time, any nation, anywhere. There's never been a single being who has been accepted or loved by everybody, not even God. Okay? And also, very often, the people who love you or they feel close to you are the ones around which very often we feel most entrapped because of projections, expectations. Too much familiarity, too much expectation blinds us into seeing each other. We don't see each other. A stranger will see you better than the ones who frame a projection about you and hold that. And they are not interested in the reality of you sometimes. I'm not speaking everyone, but very often you will experience yourself that they're not able to meet the reality of you. They're all incapable. In fact, you are not even able to meet the reality of you. Not yet. And certainly not the people around you who have a notion of you and how you fit into their own movie, who you should be, and what a daughter should be like, what a son should be like, and so on. So there is definitely always in every expression something about consciousness is trying to educate us through all these challenging situations. But you can keep your side of the blood tie. You can say, I will never let, you may feel like this, I won't let anything break my love for you. You can say like that. But you cannot say, I'm not going to let you break your tie to me. This you cannot do. And it's not required of life that you go so far as to force acceptance of others for yourself. You say already something beautiful, I have to be true to myself. That is already something, you see? And don't apologize for your existence. Okay? If you don't fit into someone's white book, you don't have to try and live as though you've done something wrong and you're making up for anything. That's playing into their hands. It's not good. And it's not good for them also. And you don't have to try and demonstrate your way of life also. Just be yourself. And be willing that if they reject you.
They will.
Yeah. They know?
They will.
But do they know? They don't know.
I mean, my mother knows, but she already warned me. And it's so painful to, God, if I do find a woman and I want to get married and, none of them would come. None of them would ever talk to me.
Yes. For some reason, you're placed to be born in such a family and to grow in such a family.
And I'm blessed and I love them and I'm so grateful to have them.
No, I'm sure they are great in so many ways. And even in this is a life challenge for you and something that's going to deepen your own awareness of life and you see, it's rich in spiritual vitamins. And you're not liking it at the moment, oh my God, what's going to happen now like this? And they're not going to like it, they don't know, and here you are coming out in India in front of the whole world.
How ironic.
What's your mom going to say? You see what she did? I don't know.
She only knew.
She knew?
If she only knew.
If she only knew. Well, she's going to about to know. But somehow, don't put too great significance on that. Don't put so great, because as much as you build it up, to that extent you may experience like this. You understand? Just, it's life. It's life. You're living your life, you're true to your feelings, to your life, you're true to yourself. And maybe it teaches us something about how far do you want to go to be accepted. How far are you prepared to reduce yourself, to play the card of, I am a good daughter, I am a good person, you see. It's not easy, I feel it, but I know it also will pass. You see, and sometimes parents are very unreasonable in their expectations. And also children are very unreasonable in their expectations of their parents also. Because everybody wants God, their parent, to be God. And God is your parent in the first place. God does not discard you, dismiss you. You get God's approval somehow, which you have, then everything is okay.
Thank you.
What did you hope to find out today, for instance? What would be your highest thing?
How do I make them understand?
You cannot.
And it's not trying to change their beliefs because they grew up in a different time and different era, and I respect that. and I will never do not such a thing to disrespect their beliefs.
First of all, you don't ever lock anyone into your own projection. They may be capable more of greater change than you may anticipate. You see? Or flexibility. Maybe not. Okay? Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Because I had one girl, she was coming to Satsang only short time, and then she had to go back to Italy after just 3 weeks of Satsang. And then she had to, from London, go to Italy to see her family, particularly her mom. And then she came back after this time, and I said, how was your journey? She said, it was very, very enlightening for me. Because normally when I go to see my mother, you know, there is some, I always carry this big guilt, because the feeling is, I left her. I abandoned her, and I went to look for my own selfish life in London. So every time I come back to be with my mother, you know, I am the prodigal daughter, I'm coming back, and you know, and suddenly my mom is always sick, and I'm dying, and then she has to play the nurse, and she has to massage the foot and run around to do all these things, you know. In a way, that was the scenario was going on, and mom always just somehow goes into some strange state, like, I'm dying. Anyway, so it happened. She said, I went back to see my mother. And then somehow she went into this thing, and I felt nothing at all. She said, I didn't feel anything at all. Because I would go, oh, mom, please. No, I go and get this, and get hot water, and this type of stuff, you know. And she said, I didn't feel that. I really felt that I'm not falling for that. And she felt very free, very space. And she just continued to do what she could. That felt fine for her. And then after one point she was sitting, and suddenly this voice come inside and says, you're very cold. You're a very cold person, aren't you? And that got her for a minute. She said, oh my God, maybe I'm losing my heart. I'm not feeling anything. And she steadied herself and brought it inside and looked at it. I said, no, it's not true. I'm not cold. I love my mother. But I don't love this game. You see? She steadied herself with it, and then somehow things changed. Certainly for herself, but she knew that I don't have to play this trap, because it was really robbing me of my real time with her. I could have a better time with her. I don't have to keep going through this guilty thing, I did something wrong, and wearing this heavy cloak of guilt. You know, and now I have so much to make up for. I can never make up for all of this. So it changed. Sometimes one person changing create change everywhere. One person who change with conviction inside the heart, it then changes the dynamics everywhere, change everything. You see? But I don't waste energy, you know, how can I get them to do something? Let go of this. Let go of it.
And just be. And just be.
Can you? Can you?
It might come with a lot of consequences, but I think it might be worth it.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you something. In my own case, actually, when this new life started somehow, and so much things changing in my life, much things changing. And then my mother had already gone back. She was now preparing to go back to Jamaica to live the rest of her life in Jamaica. So she would come sometime and go, come sometime, go. And she was hearing news from London about me particularly. You know, what is he doing now and all of this, and different people are telling her things. You see, and then one day, one man who was coming to see me, he came, his relationship had broken up, and he was sitting in the front room, and he had his head on my lap, and he was crying, holding onto my legs and stuff, and I was sitting here with him like this. My younger brother came in, opened the door, oh, sorry, closed the door, went out. So, anyway, this news went to Jamaica faster than email. Okay? So, and then months later, my mother comes. And she's inside, and we're there, and she has her way of, sort of like... Anyway, like this. One day, I heard her call me. Tony, please come. I went down to the front room. She was there. She said, could you read something from the Bible for me? I said, sure. We're used to doing this from children. No? Could you read this thing? She had a marker. I was doing something, so I came down, opened the book, reading Sodom and Gomorrah. But I was not really in it so deeply. I was just doing service. I was sorry, and Lord sent all this thing and destroy all these people. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. And now I'm going back up to my room. Up the steps, I'm running back up to the step to get back to what I'm doing. And suddenly, out of the blue, suddenly, whoa, like this, whoa, it like in an instant like this, my mind opened up and saw the whole thing, like in a flash like that. And I was running up, I was on the 4th step about to do the 5th step, and suddenly, whoa, I didn't even make it, just like an energetic shock like this, like that. It was so strong. And then I came back into the room, down into the room, and I says, Mom, why did you ask me to read that particular thing? And then she went, well, I don't know what is going on with what is going on with your life. I see you're growing this big beard and all these people coming, and these people coming into the room with earrings in their ear, and it was so painful that she just made such a judgment without just asking. Yeah. Without asking, it's like that. And it was very strong after this. I said, wow. And she didn't say anything at all after that. And then I went up, and this hurt was inside very deeply. And then she went back to Jamaica, and then sometime later, 1 year later, she's coming again, and all the family would get around to pay for her ticket and stuff. I said, I want nothing to do with it at all, okay? Because I just think it's going to be trouble again. So anyhow, my mother came back, and I tried to be as not around as possible. But one day we were watching on the what they call this thing where you can see many different kind of channels, Sky or something, one of these type of things. We had just got that, and she was watching some religious programs on this television, and there was another Christian group was there. I don't think she would mind me talking about it now. Another Christian group was there, and she said, anyway, they're all going to hell. Like this, huh? I couldn't believe it. I said, Mom, and I felt the anger come up again. There's very strong judgment. I feel anger come up, and as it come, it changed. It changed. And I just said to her, Mom, why did you say that? And she says, what did I say? And I said, you said about these people that they're all going to hell. And she says, yes, well, they all got it wrong. You're not a Christian group, no? Then I found myself saying, Mom, if Jesus was here right now, do you think he'd be happy with you saying that? And she says, saying what? That the others are going to hell. I said that? Yes. Oh no, he would not be happy about that at all. No. And I'll tell you something, right there, my relationship with my mother changed. It began to get beautiful because I saw in her that her barking was not as bad, was more than her biting. You see? It was just a front, something. And she was very humble underneath that. She's a very humble person. And each time she would say something like this, I would say, "You're again doing it. What am I doing? You're again judging something." "I did?" "Yes." "Oh, what did I say?" And we just talk like this, because also I grew up with Bible, I understood. No? And a confidence came inside, and I saw with her humility, my heart opened to her. Now we are the best couple, me and my mother. We are the best, because the fear is gone. The fear is gone. What can they do to you? What can she do? What can she do? Only because I revere her, I think, oh my God, I cannot, And fear came that I cannot answer my mother because she's mother. You don't answer your mother, no? But when I spoke in this way, I found a way that we could communicate, and like this. So the relationship healed for me. We are close. Very close, no? No? But I'll tell you what happened. Now, even now, after all these years, if I'm running up the step, on that 5th step, something still does this. Yeah? It's still something is inside the body somehow. But it means nothing now. Now, supposing I said, now I'm going to have to go and see somebody to see if I can get, if I can sort of like, normalize my 5th step. Then I'm wasting time. I can live with it. We're going, what was that, Mooji? Nothing about it. You see? So don't worry, don't be so afraid of your parents. They are human beings. They are born on this planet. You say your father, grandfather, rabbi, or something like this, no? So a rabbi must have seen a few things, must have heard a few stories. Then cannot be so, maybe they don't want to allow that. And this is why maybe it comes through your own family, because you will less reject your family. You'll do everything to threaten them so they don't do what you don't want. You see? But at a certain point, you have to accept something, even you don't like it, but you have heard it, and now you cannot unhear it. You see? It takes something. Grace is with you. I would like to find out how it goes on, the next chapter. I would like it I am with you on this one completely.
We're definitely going to meet again in Jamaica.
For their sake also. For their sake also. It is good to be more open.
Yeah.
Here in Satsang, even I tell you, there are many streams, religious, spiritual streams, in the search for truth. But if you are searching and you make great discovery in your particular groove, whether it is a religious groove or some spiritual discipline, your final transcendence must be to transcend your groove. You understand? Meaning that your tribal identity. Sometimes, you still want to keep that. Yeah? But that is still phenomenal. When you realize the truth, is a universality about it. You see? So you cannot truly realize the truth and reject other religions, reject, like with judgment or bigotry. Because your heart has expanded beyond and above all these categories. Naturally, automatically, that is the fragrance of freedom itself. You may still keep the outer expressions of what you do, but you transcend that. One time I had to say to one friend also from Japan, you have to also transcend your Japanese culture, because your mind is still too much stuck in this. But I don't tell you don't be Japanese. That is something on the surface, or any other nation. But your being is greater than all of that. It is universal. If not, I see some place you're going to start to believe in books or seminars, consciousness for women.
I already do.
Yeah, consciousness for men, consciousness for gay people,
Yeah.
all this type of stuff. You don't want to fall into this trap. Consciousness, that's it. You see? So, what an adventure you have.
You don't even want to know.
But don't take that attitude.
No, I took it in a good way.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this ride. I'm excited for this ride. Thank you.
Oh, very good. Very good. Okay, thank you.
Hello, Mooji.
Hello.
I've been hiding from you. I don't want to do that anymore.
That's good.
So, last night you sent someone to pick me up, and
Last night what happened?
I met someone. Felt you sent to me,
Yeah.
and some help to see the resistance. And I ran away from you once, but no more.
You will discern the difference between your mind and yourself, your mind and consciousness, for the time being, because there's no eternal separation between mind and consciousness. Mind is also aspect of consciousness, but when the consciousness is under the spell of believing itself to be a person, the mind itself will come and accompany that consciousness and play like its friend and its enemy. It will do this thing, and then you must transcend this relationship. The mind, also the psychological mind, the mindful of personal identity, is the one that wants to run away from me. It is afraid of me. Yeah. The one who loves you without judgment. It is running away from that. It doesn't really exist in reality. No? It's all made up. Yeah. It's all consciousness's imagination. It's doing it. But we have to somehow be in this and learn through this play of life. No? It's something hiding. It doesn't want to be seen because it's hiding. It is said also in our book, in the Garden of Eden, no? They say in the story, there Adam and Eve, they were in a perfect sort of paradise. If you want to see it as a metaphor or not, it's up to you. But they were in a perfect paradise, and then somehow everything was said. Everything you do, everything is fine. No rules, just enjoy. Except one: don't take anything from this tree. It said that God said to Adam and Eve, all the fruits you can eat, but the fruits from this tree, you don't bother with it. Don't trouble him. Is it? No? And then it said that Eve took the fruit and then gave to Adam, and then after they took it, because, let me tell you a little bit more about it, if you don't all know this story, because it said that one day Eve was passing this tree, and as she was passing the tree, the fruits looked very beautiful. They were so beautiful. The same tree that was told, don't take any fruit from this tree. And then the serpent said to her, "Psst." Says, why don't you take one of this fruit? It's so beautiful, very juicy. And she said, well, no, the Lord said I don't take from this tree. So the serpent says, and why do you think he said that? I don't know. He said, this tree is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. This is what God said. Don't take from this tree. This tree is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Leave it alone. No? So it means that without this knowledge, this tree from the fruit of knowledge and evil, there was already a paradise I'm saying my look at it, no? Don't take from this tree, because the day you take from this tree, you will surely die, if something like that. So the serpent says, why do you think he said don't do this? Because actually, if you take from this fruit, if you eat this fruit, you will become as wise as God. Oh, juicy. So she took a bite, apple, and it was very tasty. So she came to Adam, Adam, taste this, it's so nice. And he says, where did you get that fruit? Oh, it's from the tree. But God said, don't take from this tree. Yes, but I saw this serpent, and he said, the day we take, we should take this because it will make us as wise as God. But why you want to be, okay, kuchum, take one. Then it says, the next day, whatever day that is, God came into the paradise, the Garden of Eden, and it said that God was passing in the Garden of Eden, and then they couldn't see Adam or Eve. Could not see Adam or Eve. So God called, Adam, Eve, where are you? This is you can listen to it as a story, just as that if you want. Where are you? They're still innocent. They said, we are here. Where are you? We are hiding. Why are you hiding? Because we are naked. Who told you you are naked? Before, they had no concept of naked or nudity. They did not have it because they were innocent. But now they eat from this tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Then this duality came, and their eyes opened up in another dimension with the mind, and they had the concept of shame. There was no shame before that. And so they had fig leaves hiding, we are naked. That's first guilt, you see. And like that it came. So something is hiding. The thing that is hiding is not really you. It is our self-portrait, the idea we have of who we are, which you will have until you discover your true self, which is without shame, it is without blame, it is eternally pure. Every human being has this eternal purity inside. In Satsang, it is being unveiled. We are opening the curtains of the body-mind identity to see behind. But you're not seeing behind that way. The behind is this way. So initially something is afraid of being seen because we have a picture that maybe underneath the surface of my expression is something not good. But the one who sees that that's also another layer of unreality. What is really here is the self. And so it is trying to open your eyes to your own self, where there is no shame, there's no blame, there's no evil there, there's no death there, there's no boundary in the same way. And for human beings, we have only been educated, or we are aware of ourselves at the layer of the body-mind only. Body-mind personality conditioning. We are living like that. But our deepest reality, which is distanceless, yet remains mystery. Even some don't accept that such a thing exists. They think it is some abstract projection. It doesn't exist. This is it. Us, you, me. That's it. Born this day, die this day. That's it. So this initial resistance, hiding, is to do with something to do with wrong identity. But because of this, it leaves you still with a sense of separation, of separateness, and it's a painful separateness because something inside you is longing to be home inside.
I've been enjoying it a lot as well.
Huh?
I've been kind of enjoying this separation as well because I feel I can do whatever I want and understand, and
Yes.
I
I am happy you say that, actually, because that is the lure, that is the appeal, that is the attraction, because there's something tell you, you know, if you go that direction, then you're going to be something different. You might be holy, but you're going to end up looking like just. Then who wants to be holy, but I don't have any life, no fun, no joy, no freedom? But this is also another trick, because the mind cannot give you freedom. Your nature is free. Your nature is pure already. But it will imitate and simulate freedom. You see? Because we have a life which is a cosmic expression, which has its own harmony, its own beauty. But we will try the mind's version of life, which is you will project something and you try and find it, you try and fulfill your projections. And for a while, this is the life of everyone. Everybody go their own way, try and fulfill. This is also the expression of consciousness also, in its early expression. But gradually it starts to see that it's not the most harmonious. It's selfish and insecure also. It offers an egoic freedom, which is not a freedom. You see? Because real freedom leaves you in a harmony with life, a synchronicity. And from the ego you learn with the mind, informational knowledge. But in true life, you learn energetically. You simply come into a harmony, a synchronicity, energetically. And what is to be known gets revealed, not studied. The ego studies life and has lots of very different views about life. You see? But the one who discovers what is revealed. It's not opinion. You never hear a sage or a prophet, you know, a holy being telling you, I think. I think. This is my opinion. I think. They simply speak what comes directly from the source. They speak like that. They're not interested in thoughts and opinions. The mind is very proud of its opinion. Opinions are not truths. You see? So all of these things, they will drop away from you by itself. You cannot somehow move out of the life from the person to presence and suffer. You cannot. You're coming into a greater field. It's only as you're leaving one state, coming out of it, yeah, that you can look and evaluate the potency of that state. While you're in it, it seems like it is universal, like it is everything. When you're coming out, you realize it's only a bubble in the ocean, actually. And there must be people here who know this to be true. As you're coming out of one state, you look and say, my God, I didn't... Like you're here, you're sitting, somebody comes start to massage your shoulder. And you feel, oh, no, it's okay. No, sorry, it's okay. I'm okay, you know? And it's not that, it's just that something feels uncomfortable. And then they continue, and then something relaxes and accepts the massage, and then finds now that, wow, my gosh, I didn't realize I was so stiff. You're walking around like a piece of wood for so long, but you don't realize you're so stiff. And then someone brings this loosening up, and only then you realize, oh my God, I didn't realize I was so stiff. You see, when you're coming out of the stiffness, then you realize what the stiffness was. When we are coming out of the ego state, then you realize the limitation of ego. When we're in the ego state, you think it is everything. It's all I know. Why should I give up all I know for what I don't know? You see? And all of this is keeping us somehow living in the state of ego. And yesterday I was talking about it, and I think I want to say today something I feel is very important. No? Different people come to the mic, and we talk and ask questions and so on, and I try as best as I can to correspond with energetically what you're speaking. But one of the greatest things that I feel I have to share with you People say sometimes that it's so difficult, how can I stay like this, and it's so hard, and my mind is so strong, and so on. None of this is really true. The truth is the most simple. It is already present, no? Then why this difficulty? And I feel I want to share something. The difficulty corresponds to the intensity of your belief in your identity as a person. That is the only thing that is playing here. Depending upon the loyalty that you have to your identity as a person. Maybe something just feels, I don't mind learning, I don't mind studying, but I'm very afraid to give up my person. You feel that it is your fact, it is the fact of your existence. But you don't realize it is the fiction of your existence. And so we cling to that. So you will not realize the self. You will not. Somehow you have to be, some openness must be there.
Yeah.
You see, it is like many people, if I say to you, I need to talk to you about something, you know, this morning you said this thing, and I have to talk to you about this, immediately something comes, you know, like, whoa, you're going to hurt me, you see. This is not natural to being. It means that you're functioning in life with a lot of insecurity and vulnerability. Life appears like it's an ordeal, or it is like a field where you have to be strategizing your existence because so many things are out to get you. This is not true. But if you believe it, you activate these types of energies in yourself, and you're blocking a lot. So can you imagine you're having an approach to truth which is to go beyond your limitation, and something is fighting to. It feels threatened by that, you see? So again, the possibilities, the potential, the capacity to go beyond that little self corresponds to the intensity of your belief that you are that. If you believe you are that, you will go to satsangs, you'll do all your yogas, you'll do your mantras, but almost something is here saying, doesn't matter what I do, in the end, I am keeping me. If you have this idea, you will progress some things, but only to a certain point. You will not come into full bloom. And I want to point this out and expose this, because more people are coming to the microphone. They say, I want to expose this. So I am exposing something on your behalf like that. Sometimes if somebody, you want to speak to them about something that you feel is, to make them aware of it so you can move on, to make things flow. But you go to speak and you can't speak because energetically they block you, even without saying anything. You follow what I'm speaking? It is very important that you hear this, because it's going to burst open into a flood of light for you. Some beings, you go to speak with them, and I say, listen, yesterday when you did this thing here, it was you put it in the wrong place again, and it's the third time you do this. Why is this? And I said, well, why is this? I said, oh, actually, Swamiji, I've been paying attention to this thing, and I wasn't paying enough attention. So, okay, it's going to go on like this? No. From this moment, I'm going to change it. You're changing it just for me? No. You caught me. I feel ashamed about that, but I needed this. Let's go. Good, then we're on the same team. We're working together. But sometimes you go to someone to say a small thing that should take just, hello, can we put this here? And yes, okay, thanks. Okay, bye, gone. 5 seconds of talk. And half an hour you're still talking. But it wasn't me, and she did it before me, and I was on this side, but you said no, but I didn't do it, but you did it. But I said you, but last week I said it was Swamiji, you remember I did it last Wednesday? And so, hey, hello? So if you are going to be like that, how you're going to be free? Because you always put the ego first. Now, this can change, and the changing of this is going to be a very powerful thing for you. You have to learn to listen and to feel the reactions that come up, but don't identify with them. Stay in the listening. And then your listening is going to move out of your little submarine living into the open ocean of being. It's very important, no? I once saw a poster in London on the side of a telephone box, and it is a little yellow submarine like this. The submarine is in the water, and it is shaped like a fish, submarine, and in it is a fish. Okay? I thought, oh, I like this. Submarine is in the water, and inside the submarine is shaped like a fish, is a fish shaped like the submarine. Okay? Ego is this fish. You don't need a submarine. Everything is built for the open ocean. But you're living in this submarine. Submarine means I'm not safe. This is not my element. I'm not safe. You see? When you're swimming, instead of swimming, moving, you're going to. But this is not the movement of a fish. You see? Like that. Ego creates this rigidity. Life is spontaneity. Your expression is spontaneity, freshness. You can live very well with no mind. We venerate mind. Mind is useful for practical functioning, but we have embraced it as our psychological identity. Therefore, we struggle. You see? So I want to expose these things, because this is what makes us feel we're hiding or, kind of criticizing something. Criticize something when you're afraid that it's going to cause pain to you. It's going to change something in you. So feel the reaction, of course. Reaction come. But don't identify or believe in that reaction, because behind that reaction is a no reaction. It's a space. Get familiar with that space. This is the space of pure opportunity, of auspiciousness. But often it is eclipsed by your reaction and your attention going with your reaction. And this creates a lot of trouble. It takes a lot of energy to be the ego. It takes no energy to be yourself. Again, it takes a lot of energy to keep up the ego, to be the ego. This is why I can prove that personality is not real, it's not true. Because with personality, very often when we meet other beings, you are uncomfortable. We start to play, to perform, to make sure that your mind is saying, "Oh, you did very well. You was very impressive. You looked really good." Even when you're talking, it's like you're in front of a camera. It's like this. So it's exhausting. And if you keep it up, then people start to feel, "I don't like people." Why? Because you feel uncomfortable with them. So this already shows your personality is not true state, the egoic personality. You see? When you are comfortable in yourself, you don't mind who. You're not performing. So you can really meet and you can afford to be empty. You don't come with a bag of tricks. You don't need it. And so when we meet like this, love flows completely unimpeded. And your space becomes panoramic. Your joy flows like a river. Your light is unblocked like that. Simple things, big impact of them. So watch that one. In every country he's showing up. It's the same guy. In every country, in every race, in every time, it's the same guy. He's there. He's there. Or even if he's like this, it's still him. Don't identify with that. And you'll come naturally into your self-knowing, your self-awareness. In a field in which you can perceive actions, interactions, reactions taking place just in your presence. You are the presence itself. And this is the most profound discovery in the human kingdom. Because after this, there's only one small step, if you want to say, if you call it a step. that one awakens to the absolute being. There's not 10, 15 steps. I have not come to tell you 15 steps to awakening. I don't tell you. You see? Because everything is here. The Supreme, the Absolute, where, how far? It's right here. It's right here. Not outside you. So what we speak, let us prove. What I speak, let us prove. It is you. You are the one I come to meet. Don't let your mind sabotage this opportunity. You are the one I've come to meet. Not even to share, just to meet you. You don't have to bring anything, you don't have to bring flowers, you don't have to bring chocolate, you don't have to bring anything. You don't have to bring past, you don't have to bring future, you don't have to bring belief, you don't have to bring anything. Let me meet you as you. You without you. And all my appointments are now. All my appointments are now. Come here. Come here. Look at you. So beautiful. Where's your fear now? No fear, not fear. Very good, very good, very good, very good. You okay there? He said, I could not be better, he said like that. This is for you. And this is for you. Very good. Wonderful.
Mind was... Mind.
Sit and take it in, yeah.
I never knew about gurus before, but when I heard stories about being swallowed up by the master, oh, the mind got very, very, very frightened.
Sometimes people say, what is that? Maybe I've got a lot of people in this body
I would like to disappear in you now.
Then you don't touch anything, you see. You don't touch anything at all, meaning that don't combine yourself with anything even. You know? Though you may speak with people, but somehow don't take anything so deeply to heart now. Don't hold any desire, any intention, any ideas about how things should be or not. You can leave everything now. Now the real master, the Satguru within, is going to swallow you up from inside. You see? And this is the most beautiful thing. You meaning what? Swallow up. Means simply to merge your mind in your universal heart, universal being. This is what is happening. This is our good fortune. It's never listen to what the mind has to say about it. Mind has a lot of, hocus pocus stories to tell about it. Stay in the experience itself. Be in the moment, without expectations. And you'll feel that presence, stirring within you. Such joy, such peace. Then your intuitive power is stirred into awakening. Then you're not so much listening to life, the words of life, but you are corresponding with life energetically, as one, not as two things anymore. Your natural mind will harmonize everything. You'll move as one, not as a fragment. Though you see things in their distinct uniqueness in appearance, you will be the harmony inside all of them. This is what happened. But no arrogance, there's no pride, no specialness. Just the natural state, the natural being. You don't need imagination. Don't need to try and imagine, oh, what I want. No, don't want. It's all unfolding, removing what is not true. Nobody can make the true. but you can somehow expose and discard the untrue. It falls away by itself anyway. Very good. How are you feeling in the moment?
I feel very good. Mind says still protecting, but I don't know.
The mind says?
That I'm still protecting, but I don't know that.
It was never true.
No.
Mind says lots of things. They are nothing at all except when you believe them. When you believe them, it becomes something, like you make it come true. It doesn't, mind just suggests maybe, but you believe. Even the greatest salesman in the world cannot sell you something if you don't buy. The power is with you. What you call the mind can only suggest, It is auditioning for your attention, And you, I think I'll give you 3 months. Ping, whatever it's all from you. You are God's present being unwrapped. Don't identify with the paper. The paper is not the present. It's okay. Just discovered, not created. Once I saw, when I like to watch these holiday sort of, what do you call them, things on television sometimes. And I watched once one of the Spice Girls, I told you before, one Spice Girl, she was doing commentary about one place she's visiting in the Caribbean. So she's talking about all the places that are beautiful in the Caribbean. And one day she's walking through a craft market. She's walking on the beach, in a craft market. And she sees one man, he's carving something, on wood. And this fish is there, beautiful fish carving. But it's like he's carving like no mind. He's just doing, and this fish is appearing, no? And she was very astonished. Oh my God, how? She says, can I talk to you? Yes, you can talk. How you do this like that? You don't seem to have a sketch or something, or... he says, yes, I know this fish. I know this fish. Yeah? What I am doing with this piece of wood, I'm only removing what is not this fish. I am not carving the fish, I'm removing what is not the fish. And then the fish is here. I liked it so much, I said, yes. You're not creating yourself. If you're creating yourself, you're creating only a version. And for a while, we like to play the version. We want to play, this is what this maybe was all about in the first place. We want to play what we are not. We play about, yes, look at me, I'm this, and so on, no? You play. But then we believe we are the play, maybe. We are trying to sell our performance like it is real, that's what we are, or something. I'm only taking away what is not this fish. Then you are only seeing what you are not. And sometimes we are a bit attached to some idea, which is not true. You're not ready to separate from this. I like it. I like it. But it's okay. You can keep it. Go keep it. So I can keep it and be free? Well, not exactly. Not like that. You can keep the thing, but not the devotion to the thing, not the identity with the thing. Then you understand that nothing by itself blocks you, but your identifying with it blinds you to the truth that you are. This is removing what is not the fish. This is taking away what is not you. And sometimes there's a fierce loyalty to the idea you have of who you are. There is too much attachment to the self-image. Then if you have strong attachment to the self-image, you cannot go through into your true self. You cannot have both. The stronger will prevail. Clear enough, we say? Clear enough? No? You see for yourself, because you people say, no, but I want it all. They don't want to exchange the idea you have. It's not that anybody is going to get the idea you have. It's just that you leave it alone. And you may feel some momentary feeling of pain or grief, but a little bit while, it's nothing. It's nothing. We feel, oh, it's so painful, I'm going to let go or something. A bit of pain, and then it's okay. In a brighter moment, you see it was the right thing to do. But in that moment, you're paying, oh, and the mind is dressing it up, bringing you all these corpses and dressing them up to look like they're alive. You say, oh my God, yes, that's so beautiful. I was looking for that. And you see, and you're gone. Don't be so fickle. Many people are so easy. You give your attention away. Someone tells you some negative thing, immediately you believe it. Sometimes we are too gullible, too susceptible to suggestions of other people, their opinions, that they distract you. I saw one time when they were doing one show, one performance in a theater, one hypnotist was putting a show on. And before the show, they had a camera watching all the people coming in to the theater. And he could look at them and choose that one. He points out, which ones is a good candidate for hypnosis. Just by looking, this one, and that one. And so they register where these people are sitting in the audience. So that when he's doing his show, he was saying, yes, okay, I need some volunteers. You, sir. But he's already chose you. It chose you from your coming in, because you just got these eyes. So you get, you, sir, oh, please come. You didn't even put your hand up, Oh, come. They come on the stage. Yes. Look at me. You're a chicken. Like this, because you're easy. He will not choose some people you can't hypnotize. You're a chicken. No, you are a chicken. So he picks the one he looks most gullible. Don't be so gullible that people tell you all kind of things you immediately believe. You check it inside and confirm. No? When you have found your own inner silence, no, then nobody will trick you so easy. Not trick you. And when they speak foolishness, you quickly discard it. I will tell you something further. In fact, many times in life, after, as you awaken to your own truth, you are not doing your own listening anymore. Okay? You're not doing your own listening. Some power is listening for you. The true power. It cuts out all the nonsense. So you don't have to be paying so much attention. You could almost be asleep. And then, oh, okay, what was that? And you catch it. You believe me or not? Yeah. Very good.
Should I be asking something more now, or?
No.
No.
Very good. Oh, Manada, you come, then let me hear from you.
Dear Mooji, I don't have question, but I would like to share with you one thing.
Yes.
But maybe I cry, maybe no. But so
we can deal with it.
I wanted to thank you for your replies to my email, and also I want to ask forgiveness for my last email.
I've not read it yet.
Where I wrote that it was later I reread it, and it was so desperate and awful, and I wrote why I need all this truth, why I need all self-discovery. If I cannot save my mom from drinking. It was not so good email.
If it is truthful, it is good. If it is truthful and you felt you wanted to communicate it, it is good enough.
And it was full of anger and doubts and everything. After sending this email, I cried a lot, and it was really such a terrible state. And before sleeping, I knew that you won't reply. I won't get any reply this time. And I think it was the highest state of mind, voice, that why all these things, if this pain which I have through all my life, I cannot change. And this night I said, okay, I heard your voice inside me, and I said, okay, I just make the strongest self-inquiry, and we'll go till the end. And I really, I don't know how much time it took, but with all, like this is my last self-inquiry. It was such a strong decision. And when I made it, I saw so many things, Mooji. And since our first meeting up till this night, I saw such a, it was like all what was happening through this year. I saw everything, and the greatest thing I saw that I was always identifying myself as daughter who want to save her mom. That yeah, and she has pain, she has this aim. Then, and what was important. For my seeing that I was not always honest in my self-inquiry. It was done. I knew that I need to do that, but it was done till first pleasant state coming. Then it was till first joy or till first happiness. Okay, then it's finished. Now I can get up and continue my and all these things I saw, and it was, and this was true. All what I saw, this was true, and same time I saw how ego were offering every time more beautiful dresses, and it's like it was afraid to vanish, and this time, and out of fear, it wants to offer the more beautiful dress. So wear it, and this is the end of your self-inquiry. Now you can go walk in this dress, and then you can. And it was great. It was such a this was, I think, the truest my seeing.
Yes.
And yeah, and I knew that you coming to Rishikesh. The rest of things, and this night I said that this time, if before all my meeting and coming was had some aim, like to save mom, to have some relation, it was having aim, this being with you. But it was not honest, it was not for truth, it was also ego playing his games. And this time I said, now I want to leave my truth for truth, and this time I want myself to the self to just vanish everything, yeah.
I am very happy with your report. Very happy to hear the things you say and to feel the truth in them. You say, first of all, I see that before I was doing self-inquiry, and as soon as I get to a pleasant state, I say, okay, good, thank you, very good. I feel happy now, good. I can go now and do the rest of my thing. So you abandoned the inquiry prematurely, isn't it? You didn't get to the hardcore things, you see? As soon as some pleasant states came, something goes, aha, see, now everything's fine now. Look how nice you feel. Ah, good. Mooji, thank you. And that is. So now something has driven so hard, into the solar plexus of your being. Now something said, no, I have to use the inquiry, because until now I've only been using inquiry like a painkiller. You see? Or to get pleasureful feelings. You see? Or I had a motive that was not totally honest. I was not seeking truth. I was only trying to stop my mother drinking. I'm only trying to get good feeling. And then so of course my condition perpetuated like that. I'm very happy with this honesty. And then something says, of course it is not enough. It is not enough. It is not what I am encouraging to do. Someone once asked Sri Ramana Maharshi, Swamiji, for how long should we keep up inquiring? How long should we keep doing it? And he said, inquire until there's no one left to inquire. You understand? Inquire until there's nobody left to inquire. So you inquire the inquirer out. I say myself, the one who begins the inquiry will not finish the inquiry, but will be finished by the inquiry. You understand? But something, if you're protecting the self, your ego self, you won't go that far, because as I said, the ego will not participate in any activity that threatens its existence. It is we who made the ego popular. It is we who made the ego popular. We talk so much about it. We talk so much about it. In the churches, some church, they talk more about the devil than God. Watch out for the devil. Oh, he's sitting on your shoulder. We are so obsessed about this this dark side which grows on delusion and false identity. So when someone steps up like you do and begin to share a genuine report of inquiry, you see, then I'm happy that others can listen to that and they can say, my God, I didn't take it that far. Something is still hiding, preserving the thing that you really need to look at. Who is doing it? The consciousness which is still somehow holding some affection for the infection. The consciousness which is still under some spell, believing that it is the person and guarding the person. So something has come and said, look, I had enough of that now. You know, I am not here just for good feelings. I'm not here for having a nice feeling and that's it. Because nice feelings don't stay when you are the ego. It does not stay. So now something really look now, you see. Yes. This I see the trick is I am abandoning my inquiry prematurely the first time I get nice feeling. Some people say like this, you know, I was really inquiring into my nature and after a little bit I say, you know, who really is it? And suddenly everything became nice. Oh, is that the end? Yeah. Isn't that what I'm supposed to feel? The ego will play dead like a possum. Huh? Who is the ego? And then, he's dead. Let's go and celebrate the death of the ego. And the ego is coming as well to its own funeral. Very good, very good, like that. So if you want to cheat, there are many thousands of ways to cheat. Many thousands of ways to cheat. What we are pointing to, I bring also very simple ways that nobody can say, it's so hard anymore. Yesterday we talked about it. What takes no time, what takes no effort, you see. And what is your excuse, you see? In olden times, here in India also, it was traditional, a seeker would spend 12 years or so in the presence of a sage or someone. What you're doing for 12 years? At least training, subduing the ego, being in the atmosphere, spiritual ambient of a peaceful being, absorbing those impressions, learning to serve, study, all these things. Now, nobody has this time. Nobody has time, not even the unemployed. They don't have time. Everybody is too much busy doing something. Then who is going to wake up? So now I tell you, what takes no time then? How much more easy than this? What takes no time? What takes no effort? And then you see, even here, the ego will come to try and use the mind to simulate something. But it still will take the same genuineness as those who were studying for 12 years. Consciousness again, reshuffle its program. Say, okay, now is a season, I'm giving away the freedom now. I'm giving away freedom to myself now. How much more easy now it's going to be. The inquiry is the most powerful also tool at exposing the myth of egoic identity. But there must be some earnestness, some genuine urge to come right through. The snake is in the room, he's leaving the room now, his head is in the garden, but the tail is still in the room. Let him go all out. Don't stop. Don't be stroking the tail, okay? While the head is out in the garden. Let him go.
Mooji, I just want to say that I have still this maybe, but it's more thin ego, of mind playing, but I see it so clearly. And this time, okay, it's dancing, and this time every morning I wake up here, with this praying, let my in my own words, let myself be, vanish everything what's not true, and yes.
You just don't give any attention to this now. Now you see you have hit a very powerful blow to this ego identity, and he's there somewhere bleeding in the corner. Let him be there. Okay? And so now you have the advantage now, and all the little things inside, no, it will be there. Don't exaggerate it now, but you can begin to ignore that. Give more time to your own self. Put more attention on what is the self. No, don't be fighting the non-self. Don't get so much study to kill dragons. There are none of them. Okay, only the dragons your mind is producing now. So just turn away from that. Just keep in your self-remembrance, not in any panicked way, and move in that. There's always going to be some mind functioning. As long as the body is here, and consciousness is here, and the vital force is here, there will be some thought activity, some little identity play, but don't give so much importance to that. What is important is to stay as the self. Just keep confirming the self. Sit quietly at moments that you choose, any moment actually. You feel intuitively, sit down and clarify yourself. Just look. And you see the thoughts and stuff, but look as and from the awareness itself. And you see that there's nothing to worry about. They are just clouds. They are just passing. They have their moment, let them pass, nothing. Don't have to engage. You're looking at all of this screen of consciousness, but don't log in. You understand? Don't log in. You can see everything perfectly fine. Move in it, but don't log in. Don't press enter. Yes, it's okay, and you are there. You can deal with it. This is very good. I am the most delighted now to hear you of all the times I've spoke with you. In this moment, I feel space in your words, and not just words, in your presence. I feel more space like that. Because you took on your own seeing. You looked. You did not give up when the mind gives you a sweetie. Take a sweetie. Look, I give you a lollipop. And you're, okay. You did not. I saw when they were training sometime the police dogs. I saw this thing. They were training police dogs, and they were training them to sniff out for drugs and sniff out for explosives and stuff like that. And then they train them, and then they go sniffing, and when they find something, they go and they look at it, they find the right box, then they gave the dog biscuit. Then dog is flapping his tail, feel very happy. Get just biscuit for all that work, no? Okay? Doggy biscuit. Okay? But some dogs, when they come, and if they are hunting, they're looking, and you give them the biscuit, they abandon the search. They just, some biscuit. So these dogs, they reject them. No good. Another dog, he's looking, sniffing. We give him biscuit. He doesn't want the biscuit. He's looking for the drugs. He doesn't take drugs. But he's looking. His job is not finished. Then he takes biscuit. You do your inquiry like that. The mind gives you a lollipop. Look, nice. You take. Yes, okay. And you're gone. Abandon your search. So when you come like this now, you really come with something. I said, very good. I'm very happy. Stay with that now. This is very, very pleased about it. Very good. Okay. Don't be lazy in your search. Mind laziness like this is also part of mind thing. Don't mean you have to be busy, no? There's another space between lazy and busy. Yeah? That there is a natural alertness. Why? Because you value yourself. And that is true self-respect. That you have seen the scams and the schemes of the psychological mind, and you are not a customer for that. No. That I call self-respect. No? After a certain point, mind cannot harm you. It cannot harm you. You can go into hell itself and have a cup of tea with Mr. Beelzebub. Cheers. How's business? He'll tell you, very good business. Very good business. How's business? No business. Okay. Will we have some music today, something? Come? Gotcha. I'm reading while you're preparing something. I am 21 years old and I am a law student. This person, huh? I chose this profession to bring about a change in the scenario of this country. My question is it all right to worry about the situation and not being able to do something about it in the presence of the self? You see? The question is it all right to worry about the situation and not being able to do something about it in the presence of the self? The worrying, I don't see the value of worrying. It happens. Usually we worry about something because also we have projections. We project something and sometimes your mind will give you the worst case scenario. And then, no, I'm worried, I hope it doesn't happen, or maybe like this. But you say, is it okay to worry about the situation and not being able to do something about it in the presence of the self? What it means? In the presence of the self, there is going to be some time when there's nothing you can do. Everybody has to experience a state sometimes of total helplessness. You cannot do anything about it. You have to accept. You just have to be present. There will be some situation somewhere you can do nothing about it. But something internal happens, that you come to a state maybe of acceptance, or you just taste that experience, and the value of it maybe goes undetected by you for a while, but it does something. It creates some reorientation internally, and this is its value. You will see it later or something. In the light of the self, so much is seen. You don't know how you're going to behave excuse me, in any given situation. And you are not to know. These set pieces, sometimes your mind creates these set pieces. When this happens, this is what you must do. And when it happens, everybody runs up the hill. Nobody knows what they're going to do. The best preparation, just keep confirming your place, your position as the awareness itself. Keep looking. This is not a kind of make-believe, believe. No, it is a seeing. In Satsang, you're guided constantly to come back to the place of the root being. This is your real place. It does not fluctuate. But if something fluctuates, it is perceived more clearly from here. But this is not fluctuating. And you must somehow register, digest your seeing, confirm your seeing, keep sitting with it. And you'll feel a tremendous stability somehow, like a kind of solid emptiness is present. More and more you confirm. And there's a great joy in looking like this. You don't need too much encouragement. Once it kicks in, you see, my God, you have such a great love for your own awareness itself, you see. And everyone is benefiting from that. Thank you.
There's only you.